Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. It is women's volleyball action on tap today as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets host the opening matches of the 2025 Marcia French Invitational. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets will be on the floor first, and they will host a former Ohio Athletic Conference turned North Coast Athletic Conference rival in the John Carroll University Blue Streaks. Baldwin Wallace comes in at 1-2 overall after debuting the 2025 season last week with an appearance out in Sandusky. They played versus Franciscan University, lost a tough 5-setter. They also lost a tough 5-setter to Allegheny, and they bookended those defeats with a 3-1 set victory over Concordia out of Chicago. The John Carroll Blue Streaks come in at 2-2 overall. They were at Ithaca to kick off the season last weekend. They lost 3-1, then lost 3-2 against St. John Fisher before rallying with back-to-back victories against Rochester, I should say, in straight sets and at Allegheny last Wednesday. And right now we're going to pause for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll run down the starters for the John Carroll Blue Streaks and Yellow Jackets get things kicked off. Taking a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Blue Streaks of John Carroll. At outside hitter, a 5'8 junior from Twinsburg, Ohio, number 1, Haley Williams. At setter, a 5'8 sophomore from Huron, Ohio, number 4, Tess Humphrey. At middle hitter, a 5'10 junior from Wadsworth, Ohio, and Medina Highland High School, number 7, Callan Ricks. At right side hitter, a 5'10 junior from Chicago, Illinois, number 15, Mary Kate Sheehan. At middle hitter, a 5'11 senior from St. Charles, Illinois, number 18, Kendra Jabinski. At outside hitter, a 5'8 sophomore from Westlake, Ohio, number 22, Olivia McGordy. And at outside hitter, a 6-foot junior from Kirtland, Ohio, number 25, Natalie Glow. The Blue Streaks are coached by Michelle Benoit. She is assisted by Brooke Turner, Joe Dreyer, Jason Bednar, and Alex Johnson, and graduate assistant Abby Bednar. Starting it off for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, at middle hitter, a 6-foot freshman from Cleveland St. Joseph Academy, number 3, Grace Kane. At setter, a 5'7 senior from DeLand, Florida, number 6, Katarina Blazetic. At outside hitter, a 5'11 senior from Naperville, Illinois, and North High School, number 7, Gabby Schlecht. At right side hitter, a 5'10 junior from Tiffin Columbian High School, number 10, Lexi Smith. At outside hitter, a 5'9 sophomore from Berkey and Evergreen High School, number 15, Lila Nash. At middle hitter, a 5'9 sophomore from Oakwood Village, Ohio, and Bedford High School, number 17, India Woodson. And at defensive specialist, a 5'4 senior from Pemberville Eastwood High School, number 23, Paige Contreras. The Yellow Jackets are coached by Kate Latkovic in her second season running the program. She is assisted by Anthony Winter, T.R. Harker, and Sophie Chacon. The graduate assistant is Molly Harrison. The Yellow Jackets will be in the home white uniforms with Baldwin Wallace written in a brown trimmed in gold across the front of the jersey. The Jacket Athletic logo on the back of the jersey, and the numbers printed in gold, trimmed in brown. The defensive specialist, Paige Contras, will be in brown with white numerals and lettering trimmed in gold, and the Yellow Jacket Athletic logo on the back nameplate. The Blue Streaks will be in their road blue uniforms with white numerals trimmed in gold. The Libero will be in white with blue numerals also trimmed in gold. The John Carroll University Athletic logo on the left shoulder, and a cross on the back nameplate of the jerseys. The Blue Streaks will hit it left to right here in the first set. The Yellow Jackets will hit it right to left across your screens. The teams have broken their huddles. They have taken the court and are ready to kick off the 2025 Marcia French Invitational here in Berea. Again, John Carroll 2-2 overall after losing the first two matches of their season. The Blue Streaks are on a 2-match win streak. The Yellow Jackets 1-2 on the year. They opened the year with a loss. They rebounded with a win over Concordia Chicago and then had a setback their last time out. The Yellow Jackets will start on serve, and it will be their senior setter, Katarina Blazetic, who will do the honors. This year, Blazetic with 4 serve aces and 5 service errors. The jumping right-hander played up to the net by the Blue Streaks, set for a middle hit, and it's down for the kill by Mary Kate Sheehan. And dropping back to serve, Natalie Glow. The former Kirtland Hornet sends it over with the right hand. It's played by Schlecht. The dive by Smith sends it over on the second hit. Middle hit, dove after and kept alive by Schlecht, but it goes out of bounds before Lexi Smith can catch up to it. So it's a quick 2-0 lead for the Blue Streaks, and Glow will stay on serve. She'll play it over with the right hand. Smith to Blazetic, right side attack, sent over, and it's down on the back line for a Yellow Jacket point. EW will go back on serve. Coming into the game, or rather to the match, I should say, is number 1, Katrina Kastner, the Oregonian native, and pride of William Mason High School. Steps on to the court and serves it over the net. Middle attack, blocked down at the net by India Woodson, and it's a set-tying point for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Kastner will stay on serve. Kastner, one of the specialists when it comes to serving for the Yellow Jackets, already with a team best 9 service aces through 3 matches. It's punched over on the third hit by the Blue Streaks. It'll be played over to Schlecht. She'll send it over for the Jackets. Outside attack. Dug out by Blazetic. Contras with the second hit. Schlecht will send it over. It's played by Glow. Up to Humphrey. Now over with the right-handed hit, I should say. But the Yellow Jackets will answer back, and it will be Lexi Smith off the top of the block, putting it down for the point. Kastner will stay on serve as the Yellow Jackets continue their rally. Punches it over with the right hand. It's played up by Williams. Over to Humphrey. Right side attack by Sheehan. Dug out by Blazetic to Kastner. Sent over on a free by Contras. The Blue Streaks send it over on a free. Blazetic. Woodson hits it over second hit. And the Blue Streaks will play it up. Quick tip at the net. Dug out by Contras to Blazetic. Off her back foot. Smith sends it over. Humphrey with the set. Back row attack for Glow. Handled by Blazetic. To Contras. Over to Schlecht on the left side. And it's dug out once more by the Blue Streaks. Sheehan will send it over. The Jackets play it over to Smith. She'll tip it over a block attempt. Dug out by Sheehan. Over to Humphrey. Left side attack to Williams. Dug out on a dive by the Jackets, sent over on a free by Schlecht. Humphrey with a set. Blue Streaks have to punch it over on a free. Contrast with the set over to Schlecht on the left side, and it's out of bounds. Point to the John Carroll Blue Streaks. Good rally by both sides. John Carroll just gets the point, and they will go on serve once more. And it will be McGordy who will do the honors. McGordy with 6 service aces coming into today's match. Schlecht on a tip, gets it over a block. It's dug out by the Blue Streaks. Then it's blocked down at the net by Woodson, and it's a Yellow Jacket point. Woodson will check out. Kane will come back, and Contras will drop back to serve. Contras with the flat-footed serve, sends it over. It's played up to Humphrey. Right side attack, through a block, and it's down for the Blue Streak point. We're even at 4 apiece here in this first set. Haley Nicholson will check in. She's a 5'10 senior, right side hitter and setter out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and South Fayette High School. She'll jump serve it over. Schlecht plays it up to Blazetic. Quick hit at the net, through a block, and it's down for the point. Kane with the hit. Lexi Smith will serve next for the Yellow Jackets. She's one of the southpaw hitters for BW, and she'll send it over on the fly. It's played up and over on the right side. It's dug out by Krasner to Blazetic. Now Smith from the back row buries it for the Yellow Jacket kill. Smith stays on serve. She floats it into the back row. It's played up to Nicholson, punched over by Williams. Contrast to Blazetic, over to Schlecht, and she buries the Yellow Jacket kill. The Jackets finally got in rhythm on the offensive end, and Schlecht put it down for the point. Smith will stay on serve once more. And Williams will play it up to Nicholson. It'll be punched over on a third. Smith to Blazetic, over to Schlecht on the left side, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds by the John Carroll Blue Streaks. It's a Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jacket point. BW now with an 8-4 lead in this first set. Smith again on serve, floats it over. It's played up to Nicholson, back row attack, blocked at the net, punched over by the Blue Streaks. Swung on and hit right back. Kane with the hit. Now Schlecht will try and send it over, and she'll put it down for another Yellow Jacket kill. BW on a roll right now with Lexi Smith staying on serve once more. And Coach Michelle Benoit has seen enough. She signals for the first of 2 timeouts in this first set. And while we have this opportunity, we're going to step aside for a quick break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back inside the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. It's women's volleyball action on tap this evening as we have the first of 2 matches featuring a former Ohio Athletic Conference, still a cross-county rivalry between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the John Carroll University Blue Streaks. 9-4 is our score here in the first set. We're finishing up the last seconds of a John Carroll University timeout after the Yellow Jackets have gone on quite the run here with Lexi Smith on serve, and Smith will stay on serve out of the break. I want to remind you that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match is being brought to you by University Hospitals, Trasinski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. You're enjoying tonight's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match on Flow College. The Blue Streaks get the point out of the timeout just as they drew it up, trying to stop the momentum that the Yellow Jackets had built up. And now Haley Williams will drop back, and the former Twinsburg Tiger sends it over. Kastner on the reception to Blazetic. Big swing at the net. Punched back over by the Blue Streaks. It's set up to Blazetic. Schlecht on the left side. Puts it through a block. It's kept alive by John Carroll as he's sent over on a free. Blazetic with a quick tip. Dug out by Nicholson. Now right side attack, it's down for the Blue Streaks kill. That came from Grace Jones. She's a first-year student from Worcester, Ohio. The former Worcester General buries the kill for John Carroll. So Haley Williams will stay on serve for JCU. It's played by Schlecht. Over to Blazetic, back row attack for Smith. It's played right over and right out of bounds by the Blue Streaks on the first point. Nicholson was able to try and dig it out, but could not control it enough to keep it alive, and it sailed out of bounds. So Gabby Schlecht will go on serve now for BW. She's still looking for that first service ace of the season. She chops down at the ball 3 times, gives it a spin into her left hand, and sends it over. It's played up to Nicholson. Right side attack from Jones. Blocked at the net, and then she buries it with a tip right in the middle of all 6 Yellow Jackets. Heady play right there by Jones. She's an impressive first-year athlete for John Carroll. John Carroll serve, played up by Lexi Smith to Blazetic. Right side attack from Kane. Blocked back by John Carroll, then sent over once more by BW before John Carroll sent it back. Kane with a tip. She missed it short, and it didn't make it over the net, and it falls down on BW's side. And John Carroll with a little bit of a run of their own here. Down 9-4, it's now 10-8, so they've won 4 of the last 5 points, have the Blue Streaks. Jabinski sends it over on a serve. It's played over by Lila Nash of the Yellow Jackets, and that's going to be a point for BW. A little cross-up in the assignment from the Blue Streaks. Left a gap on the court, and BW found it. Grace Kane, the former St. Joseph Academy Jaguar, on serve for the Jackets. It's played up to Nicholson. On the outside, Glow with a big swing, dug out. Blazetic with the second hit. Woodson sends it over. Nicholson over to Glow once more. Dug out again on a dive by Schlecht to Blazetic, to Kane, or to Nash, I should say. Played up by the Blue Streaks. Third time, not the charm for the Blue Streaks as Glow has that outside hit. Sail out of bounds, says the line judge. She couldn't believe it. She thought she buried it, but to no avail, as the line judge said it skipped over the line, and the Jackets will stay on serve. Kane sends it over. It's played up to Nicholson. Right side attack from Jones on a tip. She plays it over. Kane on a dive to Blazetic. Back row attack from Smith, and she sends it out of bounds for the Blue Streak point. A couple substitutions as Humphrey comes back for the Blue Streaks, as does Sheehan. And it will be Humphrey who will be on serve. Humphrey with the right-handed serve. Played short by Schlecht. It's set up for Nash into a block, backed up by Contras. Over to Blazetic, back to Nash on a tip. She gets it over the block this time. On a dive, it's kept alive by the Blue Streaks. And the point is now awarded to the Blue Streaks for to the Yellow Jackets for an illegal hit against the Blue Streaks. So a point for the Jackets, and they go back on serve, and it's back to the start of the rotation with Katarina Blazetic doing the honors. She hits it over. It's played up to Humphrey. Right side attack from Glow, and it hit the post that extends from the net, and Glow is having a little bit of a disagreement with the officials. She felt that that ball was touched by the Yellow Jackets, but the line judge said, not so fast. That one's off of the Blue Streaks, and the Jackets get the point. Blazedic stays on serve. She'll play it over, and she plays it out a little bit too wide of the sideline. That'll put the Blue Streaks back within 4. The Yellow Jackets, it's BW 14, John Carroll 10. Natalie Glow, the native of Kirtland, Ohio, and a 6-foot junior for the Blue Streaks, sends it over. Schlecht to Blazedic, over to Nash on the right side, and off the top of a block and off the top of the net. It goes down on John Carroll's side for the Yellow Jacket point. Nash will check out, and Kastner will check back in for the Yellow Jackets. BW looking to build on a 5-point lead here in the first set. Kastner's serve, played up by McGordy. Big swing at the net from Ricks, and it's down for the kill. Ricks will check out, and checking back in will be Javinski for John Carroll. McGordy on serve now for the Blue Streaks. She floats it over on a dive. Contra sends it over. Humphrey with a set, and the finish from the middle hit. It's Javinski burying it for the John Carroll point. Gordy sends it over once more. Schlecht to Blazedic. Over to Smith on the right side, off the top of a block, backed up by McGordy to Humphrey. Right side attack is going to be awarded to the Blue Streaks because of a Yellow Jacket infraction. And just like that, we have a 2-point set here. It's 15-13. Jackets in front, but Blue Streaks closing. McGordy's serve, played up by Contras to Blazedic, over to Schlecht on the left side, dug out by McGordy to Humphrey. Quick tip is sent right back over by Woodson. Now an outside hit from Williams, backed up by Schlecht, sent over to Smith from Blazedic, played up by Humphrey to Glow, right side attack, right down the sideline off of Paige Contras and out of bounds. It's a point for the Blue Streaks, and just like that, we have a timeout on the floor by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. We will step aside when we come back. More first set action for you right here from Berea. That's all right. Welcome back inside Ursprung Gymnasium, everybody. John Carroll stayed on serve. It's played over by the Jackets. Back to the Blue Streaks. Plays it over on a free. Does Sheehan. Now Blazedic with a set. Woodson with a hit over. Backed up by Humphrey. Glow with a set. Williams with an attack. Blocked at the net, but kept alive by the Blue Streaks. Now another big hit at the net. It's Sheehan burying it off a deflection from the Yellow Jackets. We're back to even. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jacket lead has been erased by the Blue Streaks. We're even at 15. And Jabinski stays on serve. She floats it over. Contras to Blazedic. Middle hit from Woodson. Played by Humphrey. To Glow, to Williams. She'll put it in the far corner. And that was a great read at the net by Haley Williams. As she found a gap, the Yellow Jackets were leaking, trying to set up the block on the right side of the floor. She went to the left side, and she put it down for the go-ahead point. And the first blue streak lead since it was 3-2 early in the set. Contras on the reception, up to Smith. She goes near sideline. It's played up by the Blue Streaks. Williams into a block, and the point is awarded to the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. As the officials said, that was 4 hits by the Blue Streaks because the ball never actually made it across the net. So the Yellow Jackets will even things at 16 here in the first set, and Paige Contras will go on serve. She'll smash it over. It's played up to Humphrey, over to Williams on the left side, dug out by Contras. And the Yellow Jackets will be called for an infraction, which gives the point and the serve over to the Blue Streaks. And Haley Nicholson will check in and immediately go on serve. And Jones is back up front. The serve played up by Kastner to Blazetic. Kane punches it over. It's played over and then finished at the net by Gabby Schlecht. The Blue Streaks played it over on the first hit, and Schlecht let it be known that you can't get away with that. And she put it down for the Jacket point. Checking into the match for the first time today for Baldwin Wallace, number 29, Morgan Kaler, a 5'2" freshman defensive specialist from Galloway, Ohio, and Hilliard Bradley High School. A yellow card has been issued to the Blue Streaks. Coach Michelle Benoit was not happy with that last play, and she let her displeasure be known to the tune of a yellow card. The serve played tight to the net. Will be played over on a free. Contras to Blazetic. Over to Kane on the right side, and it's down off a deflection for the Yellow Jacket point. So Kaler will stay on serve. Williams on the reception. It's smashed over, dug out by Kaler to Blazetic, over to Schlecht on the left side, and it's down for the Yellow Jacket kill. BW with a 19-17 lead in the first set. Kaler's next serve floats over. Jabinski plays it up, and the Blue Streaks will not get it over on the third hit. And it is into the net. We have a timeout on the floor by the John Carroll University Blue Streaks. We're going to step aside with them when we come back. The remainder of the first set of action between Baldwin Wallace and John Carroll from Berea, Ohio. Welcome back into Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University in Berea, Ohio. Matt Florjancic on the call of today's matches in the Marcia French Invitational Volleyball Classic as Baldwin Wallace hosts former Ohio Athletic Conference rival John Carroll University in the lid lifting match of the weekend. And currently in the first set, Baldwin Wallace with a 20-17 lead with Kaler on serve. It's played over to Jones. Kaler on a dig to Blazetic. Quick tip. It's down for the Yellow Jacket point. Kaler will stay on serve. She's had a long service stretch, and so has Lexi Smith for the Yellow Jackets, and that's a big reason why BW leads on the board. Jones plays it up. Gets it back on a set, tips it over the block attempt, and it is down for the John Carroll point. Well, we have this opportunity. I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match is being brought to you by City Barbecue, serving and creating happiness since 1999. The Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. And Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. You're enjoying today's matches on Flow College. John Carroll on serve, plays it over to Jones after the Jackets return it, and it is put down by Jones for the blue streak point. 21-19 is our score. BW in front. John Carroll closing as Jabinski stays on serve. Check that. It's played over by Schlecht. It's sent over to Jones on the right side, and she's going to put it down off the deflection for another kill. And Grace Jones, playing in just her 5th match as a collegian, and she is playing extremely well. We have another timeout on the floor. It's by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. We'll step aside with them, and when we come back, we'll finish off this first set of action right here from Baldwin Wallace University. Welcome back into Ursprung Gymnasium here at Baldwin Wallace University. It's 21-20 in favor of the Yellow Jackets, but the Blue Streaks on serve. And Gigi Buzlik stays on serve for John Carroll. Kane hits it into a block, gets it back off the block. Schlecht on the hit. Off the top of a block, it's played up and over to Glow, and she's going to tie this first set at 21 as she buries the kill off the deflection. I'll remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match against John Carroll is also brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. You're enjoying tonight's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match on Flow College as the Yellow Jackets are enjoying that point from Grace Kane on a good rotation and a good in-rhythm hit on the right side to put it down off the deflection for the kill. Gabby Schlecht on serve for the Yellow Jackets. 3 points away from closing out a first set win. And just as I say that, she puts it into the net, and it falls on the Yellow Jackets side of the court, so we're even at 22, and Schlecht commits her 7th service error of the season. Now Jabinski has rotated over and will be on serve. She floats it over. Kaler to Blazetic. Right side attack for Kane. Punches it into a block. Blazetic keeps it alive. Will be sent over on a free by Lila Nash. Buzlik sends it up. Glow with a hit off the top of a block on a dive. Kaler keeps it alive. Lila Nash from the outside is going to send it over, and it's played over on a free by John Carroll on the third hit. Blazetic to Contras, over to Nash on the left side, over a block. It's played over by Glow. Kaler to Blazetic, over to Nash on the left side, off the top of a block, backed up by Buzlik. Will be sent over to Glow, and she punches it down, but it's just wide of the sideline, says the line judge. It's a Yellow Jacket point. So the BW will go on serve. It will be Grace Kane. Kane sends it over. It's played over to Glow. She punches it into a block. It's kept alive on a deflection. And now Glow will send it over once more. Kane to Blazetic. Over to Nash on the left side. Nash with a miss hit. It didn't go as far as she thought it was going to. Her body was taking her left. The ball kind of sunk right, and she tried the best she could. Got a good swing on it, but it was on the downslope, and it hit into the net. So the Blue Streaks will even the first set at 23, and it will be Tess Humphrey who will go on serve. It's played by Schlecht. Over to Blazetic. Back to Schlecht from a back row attack, and it's down for the jacket kill. It's set point for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Katarina Blazetic will serve for set point. A jumping right-handed serve. Played by Buzlik up to Humphrey. Right side attack for Glow. She'll punch it over a block. Smith to Blazetic to Woodson. She puts it back row. It's dug out by Buzlik. Middle row attack. Middle hit attack, I should say, is punched down by Callan Ricks for the point. And we're going to at least one extra point, as it's 24 all. You have to win by 2. Once you hit that 25 mark, speaking of 25, Natalie Glow will serve it up for John Carroll. It's played over by the Jackets. Humphrey with the second hit. Williams with the left side attack. Blazetic with a quick set to the back row. It's punched over by the Blue Streaks on the second hit. Blazetic sets it up for Lexi Smith, and Smith sends it on the fly into the John Carroll bench. And now John Carroll has set point for the first time today. Glow's next serve, played up by the Yellow Jackets. Blazetic will set it. It's sent over on the third hit by the Jackets. Humphrey with a set. Right side attack for John Carroll, and it's kept alive by the Jackets, say the line judge. Humphrey with a hit to Glow. It's set up for a right side attack. It's down through a block, and it's a point for the Blue Streaks, and they take the first set by a 26-24 count. And the teams will switch sides, and we will take a break in between sets as the Yellow Jackets going to have to rally down 1-0 to the John Carroll Blue Streaks. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second set for you right here from Baldwin Wallace University in Berea, Ohio.
Try to figure it out this afternoon, but it's a Lou Higgins Ursprung printer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nothing's coming out. It says ready, but.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back inside the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where it's NCAA Division III volleyball action on tap between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and John Carroll University Blue Streaks. John Carroll leads the best of 5 set match by a 1-0 count, as they got a come from behind victory in that first set, 26-24. Leading the way in kills for John Carroll in that first set, Mary Kate Sheehan had 6. Grace Jones, the first-year athlete from Worcester, Ohio, had 4. Haley Williams had 3. Callan Ricks had 2. And then 4 different players had 1 kill. Jones sitting at a 571 clip, 4 kills, no errors, and 7 total attacks. For the Blue Streaks, leading the way in sets, Tess Humphrey had 7, and then 4 from Haley Nicholson. For the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, leading the way in kills, it was Gabby Schlecht with 6. She had 16 total attacks, 1 error, a .313 hit percentage. Then it was Grace Kane, Lexi Smith, and Lila Nash with 3 each, and Paige Contras had a kill in there as well. Leading the way in set assists with 12, Katarina Blazetic. Paige Contras had 2, and Katrina Kastner had 1. 1 block shot in that first set belonged to India Woodson for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. So the teams have switched sides. And the Blue Streaks will hit right to left here in the second set. The Jackets will hit left to right on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. It will be Blazetic, Contras, Smith, Schlecht, Julia Garland, a 5'11 freshman middle hitter from Columbus and Hilliard Davidson High School, getting on the floor for the first time today. And also on the floor for the first time today, a senior outside hitter from Painesville and Menor High School, number 12, Ella Rogers. The Blue Streaks will start the second set on serve. Tess Humphrey hits it over. It's played up to Blazetic. Big time attack from the outside. Kept alive by Glow, and then it will be down for a Yellow Jacket point. Ella Rogers making an immediate impact as she absolutely smoked that hit to the far back corner, and the Blue Streaks couldn't send it over. Blazetic on serve for the Yellow Jackets. She smashes it over. It's played up to Humphrey. Middle hit, handled by Contras, up to Blazetic. Garland punches it over. The Blue Streaks now send it over from a hit from Glow, and it's down for the kill. So we're even at 1 here in the first set, and Glow will go on serve. She'll punch it over, and it is down for the service ace. The Jackets let it go, thinking it was going to go over the sideline, and it landed on the wrong side for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, but the right side if you're a John Carroll Blue Streak. So Glow stays on serve, looking to build on a 2-1 lead. Blazetic with the set. It's Rogers with the hit, and Rogers clubs it out of bounds for the John Carroll point. So Glow stays on serve. And it's misplayed by Rogers. It's a service ace for John Carroll as the Blue Streaks have a 4-1 lead in this first set. And Rogers will be subbed out. Coming back in for the Yellow Jackets, Lila Nash. Nash, a 5'9 sophomore from Berkey and Evergreen High School. It's played up to Blazetic. Smith with a left-handed hit. Off a deflection. It's down for the Yellow Jacket point. Katrina Kastner back onto the floor for the Yellow Jackets, and she will go on serve. It's played tight to the net to Humphrey. Right, left side attack from Williams is down for the kill as it lands between Kastner and Contras. Good ball placement by Haley Williams. That will put Olivia McGordy on serve for the Blue Streaks. Contras on the reception, up to Blazetic off the top of a block. Smith sends it over. Humphrey with the set, and Williams is going to come up short on the tip attempt toward the net, and the Yellow Jackets will cut the deficit to 2 as Grace Kane comes back on for BW, and Julia Garland will take a seat. Paige Contras will go on serve. She raises that right hand high into the air before hitting it over. Humphrey with the set, tight to the net. It's tipped over, and Lexi Smith punches it back over on the set, seeing that John Carroll had bunched up toward the net, and she put it on that back line for the Yellow Jacket point. Paige Contras stays on serve. And again, she'll play it over, and the Blue Streaks will play it over on a free. Kastner to Blazetic. Middle hit from Smith. Blocked at the net by the Blue Streaks. Kept alive by the Jackets. Schlecht on the left side off the top of the net. Played up to Humphrey. Right side attack. Smashed over. Kastner with the hit. Blazetic chases it down. Sent over on a free by Kane. Set up to Humphrey. Right side attack. Buried for the John Carroll point by Kendra Jabinski. So Jones and Nicholson will return for the Blue Streaks. And Nicholson will go on serve. And she hits it into the net for a service error. It's a point for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. And Morgan Kaler will come back. She'll spell Lexi Smith, and Morgan Kaler will go on serve. She had a nice run in that first set of points while on serve. Looking to keep that going here. It's set up for Jones on the outside. Dug out by Kaler to Blazetic. Left side attack from Schlecht off the top of the block. Kept alive by the Blue Streaks. Williams with a tip at the net. Gets it over. Blazetic punches it over on the second hit, and she let it too far and put it out of bounds for the John Carroll point. Gigi Boozlink will come back into the match for the Yellow Jackets, or for the Blue Streaks rather, and she'll serve against the Yellow Jackets off the top of the net. It's played up by Contras to Blazetic. She'll punch it over on the second hit. Kept alive and sent over to Glow. Dug out by a diving Kastner. Blazetic sets it up for Kane. It hits it into a block, but the Jackets keep it alive. Now Schlecht hits it into a block, and the Blue Streaks can't elevate it. So there's a point for Baldwin Wallace, and they cut the deficit to 1. As Ella Rogers will come back in. Gabby Schlecht will go on serve. Katrina Kastner will take a seat. Schlecht serve played up to Glow. Will be punched over on a free by McGordy. Blazetic with a set. Kane hits it into a block. It's dug out by Schlecht all the way over the net, and it's going to be kept alive by the Blue Streaks. And sent over to Ella Rogers. She gets it over on the third. Right side attack from Jones. It's blocked down for the Yellow Jacket point. And BW is back to even here in the second set. We're even at 7. Schlecht with the serve. Boozlink plays it up. It's sent over by Jones, and an infraction against the Yellow Jackets will give the Blue Streaks the point and the serve, and it will be Jabinski who will serve for John Carroll. Kaler to Blazetic. Right side attack from Kane off the top of the net. Kept alive by Boozlink. Lowe will send it over far corner. Rogers to Blazetic. Back to Rogers on the left side. Lowe sets it up. Now Jones tries to punch it over, and it hits it into the net to even the score at 8 here in the second set. Grace Kane will be on serve now for BW. Kane hits it into the net. It's a service error, and serve goes back over to John Carroll. While we have this opportunity, we want to remind you that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match is being brought to you by University Hospitals, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics, and Dane Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. You're enjoying tonight's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match on Flow College. Glow with the hit after the Yellow Jackets return serve. It's played over by BW in the form of Vanilla Rogers hit. Humphrey with a set, right side attack for the John Carroll Blue Streaks. It's sent out of bounds for the Yellow Jacket point. Katarina Blazetic back on serve for the Yellow Jackets. Jumping right-hander, played by Glow. Up to Humphrey, back to Glow on the right side. She'll punch it over a block. It's down for the John Carroll point. That's a good court read by the junior outside hitter. She saw where the block was setting up. She saw that the block was on its decline rather than its rise. She just popped it right over with the right hand, and now Glow will go on serve. And she sends it a little bit too long. Point for the Yellow Jackets. We are even at 10 here in the second set. The Blue Streaks lead it 1-0. Best of 5, first one to win 3 wins the match. Katrina Kastner on serve for BW. And it's a service error. Point and serve go over to the Blue Streaks. Unlike the first set when the Yellow Jackets had a couple long runs on serve, they haven't had much going here in the second set. And McGordy will be on serve now. Dug out by Contras, up to Blazetic. Right side attack from Smith. Played up to Humphrey. Right side attack from the Blue Streaks. Hit by Blazetic, and it goes into the basketball hoop apparatus and down on the floor. The Yellow Jackets can't get a second hit, and it's down for a Blue Streak point, and Katarina Blazetic grabs a towel and wipes up some perspiration on the floor after she dove after the ball. A little court maintenance there as the Blue Streaks will stay on serve. McGordy punches it over once more. Contras tight to the net. It's played over, but blocked by the Blue Streaks. Now Humphrey with a set. Over to Williams on the left side, and it's through Kastner's hands. Down for the Blue Streak point. Kastner close to that back line. Really tried to pull her hands back out of the way, but didn't get them down fast enough, and it's a point for the Blue Streaks. Timeout on the floor by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. We'll take it with them, and when we come back, we'll have more second set action for you right here from Baldwin Wallace University in Berea, Ohio. Good. Welcome back into the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. It's NCAA Division III women's volleyball action on tap this evening as the John Carroll Blue Streaks play the host Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. John Carroll up by 3, 13-10 in this second set. They're up 1-0, and they are on serve. Lexi Smith out of the timeout, buries the kill for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. And that'll cut the deficit to 2 points as Grace Kane comes back on for the Yellow Jackets to spell Julia Garland, and Paige Contras will be on serve. She'll punch it over. It's played by the back row, Williams. It'll be hit on a roll shot over a block. Contras with the set. Smith with a left side or right side attack into a block. It's down for the John Carroll point. Haley Nicholson will be on serve now for John Carroll. Played over with the right hand. Kastner on a dive, keeps it alive. Smith into a block, backed up by Contras. Blazetic with a set. Smith on the right side attack, puts it back corner, and it's down for the Yellow Jacket point. Smith will check out. Morgan Kaler will check back in. Kaler will be on serve for the Yellow Jackets. Played by Williams. Up to Nicholson. Big hit from Jones. The Yellow Jackets can't get a third hit on it, and it's down for the John Carroll point. Gigi Boozlink back on the floor for the Blue Streaks, and she'll be on serve. She floats it over. Contras on the reception, up to Blazetic. Over to Schlecht on the left side. It's dug out by the Streaks. Glow with a big left-sided hit, and it's deflected out of bounds by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. It is a point for John Carroll, and Boozlink will stay on serve. Contras to Blazetic to Kane. It's blocked out of bounds by the Blue Streaks. Point to the Yellow Jackets. Gabby Schlecht will be on serve for BW. Played back row tight to the net. Nicholson on the set. It's tipped over by the Blue Streaks. Contras over to Ella Rogers through a block. Backed up by Nicholson. To McGordy. Now big swing from Glow. Dug out by Contras. Elevated by Rogers. Sent over by Kaler. Boozlink to Nicholson to Glow over a block. On a dive. Rogers sends it out of bounds for a John Carroll point. And timeout on the floor by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets as they look to stop the momentum of the John Carroll University Blue Streaks. When we come back, more second set action for you as you are enjoying today's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match on Flow College. Hello, everyone, and welcome back into the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. We're inside the Ursprung Gymnasium for today's non-conference matchup between John Carroll and Baldwin Wallace. John Carroll with a 17-13 lead, and the Blue Streaks stay on serve. It's played over to Grace Kane, blocked at the net by the Blue Streaks. Now back to Kane. She'll hit it through a block. Boozlink with the second hit. Low tips it into a block. Now Jones will punch it over. Kaler up to Blazetic for the Jackets. Back row attack from Schlecht on a roll shot. Handled up to Nicholson and hit into a block. Punched over by Jones. She goes back corner on a dive with one hand. Schlecht keeps it alive. Rogers through a block on a dive. Nicholson keeps it alive for John Carroll. And then it is hit out of bounds by Glow, who absolutely loses it when the official says that that ball was out of bounds. She is upset, and first she barked at the official, then she looks at the bench and lets her coaching staff have it to say that ball was not out of bounds. Michelle Benoit will take up for her player, and she'll let one of the on-court officials hear it as Grace Kane goes on serve. Jones with a set. Glow buries the kill this time. But she had a little extra on that one as she looks at her teammates and maybe a little extra exuberantly celebrates that kill. John Carroll's already been awarded one yellow card today. Weren't too far away from a second just a second ago. Humphrey plays it into the net on the serve. It's a service error, point to the Yellow Jackets. As Katarina Blazetic will now go on serve for BW. Glow on the reception. Up to Humphrey, back to Glow on the right side. Blazetic on a dive, keeps it alive. Contras to Rogers. Off the top of a block, it's down for the Yellow Jacket point. Blazetic stays on serve. Low reception kept alive by McGordy. Sent over on a free by Glow. Contras to Blazetic. Over to Smith. Through a block. It's down for the Yellow Jacket point. And BW now within a point of evening this second set. It's 18-17 in favor of the Blue Streaks, but Katarina Blazetic stays on serve. Played up to Humphrey. Tipped over by Ricks. Kept alive by the Blue Streaks. Now sent over on a free after the Yellow Jacket return. Contras with the set. Smith with a tip. Trying to go back row. It's kept alive by McGordy. Will be sent over by Sheehan. And it's down for the Blue Streaks kill. Haley Williams returns for the Blue Streaks. And Natalie Glow will go on serve once more for John Carroll. The signal is given, and she will punch it over. Contras up to Blazetic. Over to Smith on the left side into a block. Smith will send it over on the first hit. After the block, Humphrey with a set. Big middle hit coming up from Sheehan, dug out by Contras. Played over by Rogers. Backed up by Williams. Now sent over to Williams once more from Humphrey on a dive. Blazetic keeps it alive and sends it over. Glow with a set. Sheehan with a big swing, and it's going to be an infraction against the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. It's a point for the Blue Streaks. And if the Yellow Jackets are going to break John Carroll's momentum, they have to do it themselves. They are out of timeouts. Glow stays on serve, and she puts it down on the back line for a service ace. What a great hit right there by Natalie Glow. Four-point lead for John Carroll, 21-17. Glow floats this one over. Blazetic on the second hit, hits it into the net, and Rogers can't elevate it to send it over. It's another point for John Carroll. John Carroll just 3 points away from taking this second set. Glow speeds it up, and this one just wide of that sideline. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Rogers checks out. Kastner checks in. Kastner on serve for the Yellow Jackets. Out of rhythm hit, sent over on the third by the Blue Streaks. Blazetic with a set. Lexi Smith through a block, gets down for the Yellow Jacket point. Timeout on the floor by the John Carroll Blue Streaks, who lead it 22-19 in the second set. They are up 1-0 and trying to make it 2-0 here as you are enjoying today's Yellow Jacket women's volleyball match against John Carroll on Flow College. Hello, everyone, and welcome back inside the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. It's second set action in this non-conference match between John Carroll and Baldwin Wallace. Baldwin Wallace on serve, down by 3 in the second set. Williams plays it over for John Carroll. It's out of bounds off of the Blue Streaks, point to the Yellow Jackets. Kastner will stay on serve. She'll hit it over. It's played by Glow. Up to Humphrey. Right side attack from Ricks. Dug out by the Jackets. Now Schlecht hits it into a block. Backed up by Contras. Over to Blazetic. And it's hit out of bounds by Lexi Smith. She tried to guide it a little bit too much. Tried to be a little too close to that sideline. And put it just wide of the line. Olivia McGordy back onto the floor for John Carroll, going on serve, 23-20. John Carroll in front. Contras up to Blazetic, over to Schlecht, through a block. On a dive, Blazetic keeps it alive. Now Alexi Smith on the right side, dug out by Humphrey. To McGordy, right side hit from Sheehan. Dug out on a dive by Blazetic. Now Schlecht hits it into a block. It's down for the John Carroll point. And the Blue Streaks are on set point once more. Olivia McGordy will do the honors. She hits it over. Schlecht to Blazetic. Back to Schlecht on a tip. On a dive, McGordy keeps it alive. Will be hit over by Williams. Contras up to Blazetic. Middle hit for Garland, dug out by the Blue Streaks, sent over on a free. Kastner to Blazetic, right side attack for Smith, dug out again by the Blue Streaks, but sent over on the first hit. Garland to Blazetic to Smith, gets it over. Humphrey sets it up to Glow, and then it's hit over by Sheehan, dug out by the Yellow Jackets. Blazetic with a quick set. Garland puts it back row, handled by the Blue Streaks, then hit down for the set point by the Blue Streaks. That was Jabinski who put it down, and John Carroll takes the second set by a 25-20 count. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, after the teams switch sides, we will get you third set action between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and John Carroll University Blue Streaks right here on Flow College.
Okay, then we're good. So you needed to switch to Wi-Fi? Okay, you printed 5 copies? Got to switch to the Wi-Fi to go to the printer instead of being on the hard wire. 30 seconds I got left, but you're going to have plenty of time.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where it's NCAA Division III women's volleyball action between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and visiting John Carroll University Blue Streaks in the 2025 Marcia French Volleyball Invitational here in Berea. This is match 1 of 2 tonight, as the Carnegie Mellon University Tartans will play the Mount St. Joseph College Lions in the second match. And then tomorrow it is a quadruple header with matches set for 10, roughly noon, roughly 2, and roughly 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So a busy weekend here at Ursprung Gymnasium. Taking a look at the stats, I should say, through 2 sets. Easy enough to say. Leading the way in kills with a game-high 11 is Mary Kate Sheehan of the Blue Streaks with 6 each. Natalie Glow and Grace Jones for John Carroll. Haley Williams has 5, and it is 2 for Callan Ricks and 1 each for Tess Humphrey, for Gigi Boozlink, and Kendra Jabinski. Leading the way in set assists with 14, it's Tess Humphrey. And then all 3 of the Blue Streak service aces belong to Natalie Glow. Taking a look at the Baldwin Wallace side of the ledger, leading the way, Lexi Smith with 9 kills and 30 total attacks. She's hitting in a 200 percentage. Then Gabby Schlecht has 7 kills and 22 total attacks at a 227 hit percentage. Grace Kane has 4 kills. Lila Nash has 3. Then it's 1 each for Katarina Blazetic, Ella Rogers, and Paige Contras. Blazetic leads the way with a match-high 18 assists, 4 for Paige Contras and 1 for Katrina Kastner. No service aces yet for the Yellow Jackets. They've committed 4 service errors. And then leading the way in digs with 13, Katarina Blazetic, and 11 from the defensive specialist, Paige Contras. The one block shot for the Yellow Jackets was a solo block by India Woodson. Leading the way in digs for John Carroll with a match-high 18, Olivia McGordy, and the Natalie Glow has 11, well on her way to a potential double-double in tonight's match. Woodson, Rogers, Smith, Contras, Schlecht, and Blazetic on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. The Blue Streaks counter with Humphrey, Glow, McGordy, Williams, Sheehan, and Ricks. And the Blue Streaks will hit left to right. The Jackets will hit right to left, and Blazetic will be on serve to start this 3rd set. Humphrey with a set. Glow with a big swing backed up by McGordy, but the Blue Streaks couldn't get another hit on it to try and elevate it up and over the net. So the Yellow Jackets start strong with the first point in this 3rd set. Katarina Blazetic on serve once more. Williams on the reception up to Humphrey. Ricks with the hit into a block, and the Jackets take advantage of some early miscues by the Blue Streaks as they now lead it by a 2-0 count. And some perspiration has built up on the floor, and the Blue Streaks will tend to that part of the court. Division III athletics. These kids aren't just great student athletes, they also help take care of each other on the floor and take care of the other sports around campus when possible, when not practicing their craft or studying for their majors. The Blue Streaks hit it over on the second hit, and the point is awarded to the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets for an infraction. And BW now with a 3-0 lead here in the 3rd set. Blazetic stays on serve. It's played by Williams. Tight to the net to Humphrey. Right side attack from Glow. She just simply taps it over the block attempt from Woodson and Rogers and puts it down for the John Carroll point. Natalie Glow will go on serve. Her and Coach Michelle Benoit exchange a smile back and forth and try and get Glow to relax before serving, and it worked as she punched it over. The Jackets played it back over. Now Ricks with a middle hit, dug out by Contras, over to Blazetic. Now over to Rogers into a block. Woodson on the deflection, sends it over on the first hit. Glow with a set. Big swing from Sheehan, dug out by Blazetic. Contras with the set. Lexi Smith with the right side attack. Backed up by the Blue Streaks. Now to Williams on the left side. Contras there for the dig. Smith with the right side attack, and she hit it on the wrong side of the post that extends from the net. It's a John Carroll point. And the Blue Streaks will stay on serve. Natalie Glow will continue to serve. Schlecht on the reception up to Blazetic. Woodson with a big swing into a block. It's down for the John Carroll point. Lowe's next serve. Sails a little bit further to the left than she planned.